Hi, my name is Aniko Lorenz, and I'm here today to give you a demonstration in Taleo how to open a requisition. As an employee, more specifically as a hiring manager of Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory, you have an access to Taleo. Taleo is a full-service enterprise applicant tracking system. It allows you to open a position, track candidates that apply, post positions to websites, create offers, send correspondence, run reports, and etc. Taleo runs on both Windows and Mac. Taleo also has 3 modules. It has a recruiting, onboarding, and reporting. Opening a requisition is part of recruiting module. When Berkeley Lab has a job opening, either HR or the hiring manager creates a requisition. Based upon the process selection, like hire only, recruitment, and S&E, the requisition will include fields and posting options specific to that process. Once the requisition is completed and saved, it is ready for approval. If you click on the recruiting module, the following windows will pop up. What you see now is the recruiting center. It is recommended that you use all the buttons, links, and other navigation tools to move around the recruiting center instead of using the Back Next button on your browser. The Back Next buttons will not always yield consistent result. Since our focus is mainly on requisition, let me explain that in a little more details. On the requisition section here, you have pre-filtered list or information, as I do have open. You could have draft, on hold, pending, or cancelled. For example, if you click on open in the requisition section, you will be presented with a list of requisitions that are currently in open status. These sections are updated in the following instances: immediately after login, or anytime you return to the home page. To create a requisition, you can access the Create Requisition button from the Requisition section on the home page, which is right here. Or you can access the Create Requisition button on the Requisition List page, which is right here. And you click on this button. For this example, I would like to open a postdoc position, and for that the job code is R15.1, and for hiring manager I'm gonna put myself, and then hit next. For division, I would choose EE, which is the short version of Environmental Energy Technology. And since this is a recruiting position, I will choose recruited. Please always select the appropriate process, example recruited, within the career path. Selecting the process will present the appropriate fields and candidate selection workflow for your requisition. Now you are ready to create the requisition. Click the Create button. As a result, The requisition is displayed in edit mode. Note that the requisition title and number will not display until the requisition is saved. As you can see, these are the information we previously entered. We chose Environmental Energy Technologies division. We decided to open a postdoc position, and we will recruit for this position. Also, if you go up here and click on this little arrow, notice the following sections. It's a job requisition information and the recruitment plan. And you will complete all fields in each of these sections based on position, policy, and process. Please scroll down to the job details section, which is right here. In this section, you can specify the job title. Here, this defaults to the job code or title that you entered earlier. It will appear in the job posting and correspondence and reports as the candidate progresses through the process. If necessary, you may change the job title to one that is more candidate friendly. But I highly recommend you that add your first and last name to the end of the job title so you can easily identify your requisition in the system. So I'm gonna do that. In this section, you can identify how many openings you want to open. One requisition may have multiple openings, like example, you can have 2 postdocs openings with exactly the same information with the exception of the offer letter. At this section, with the employee class, when you click on it, you will see different options you can choose from, like limited term appointment, GSRA, postdoc, etc. Please be aware that employees in limited appointment can only work 900 hours in a rolling calendar year. Also, postdocs and term appointments can only be extended for 5 years in the lab. Our position is for postdocs, so we're going to click on that. For name of replacement, it is not applicable, so we're going to leave it blank. And for reason for job opening, we're going to leave as it is. So if you scroll down further, you have an option to add notes here in this box. Also, you can choose the length of appointment duration in years, months, and also choose the target end date. However, since this field does not have the red asterisk next to it, you can leave it as it is. It's not a required field. For hours per week, we'll enter 40 since we want our postdoc to be available full-time. And for target start date, we can choose, let's say, June 11th, 2012. And since we do want to recruit for this position, we choose yes for recruiting. This box is for requesting a waiver of posting. So if you are requesting a waiver of posting, please type your justification for not posting the position on the Berkeley Lab career site in this box below. Since we don't know the salary funding source or the project ID, we can just enter to be determined and then scroll down to position description part. So next we will complete the position description section, beginning with the position description creation date. So click on the calendar tool to open a calendar and select today's date. Note that the position description must complete for all appointment types, including students. Position description will be given to all new hires at their start appointment. And next are the position description text boxes. And for training purposes, you can type sample text into the position description text boxes. But in order to include formatting characters, like example bullets, create the position description in a Word document, then cut and paste into the position description text. So we're gonna do that. For duties, you definitely need to specify essential duties, and marginal are optional. And also we're gonna go and copy paste. And the same applies for qualification. You need to add essential, and marginal are optional. So the next section has the compensation details. However, there is no field that needs to be filled. Then next we're going to complete the owners collaborators section. So for HR contact, this field defaults to HR contact if the hiring manager opens this requisition. The HR center will be responsible for reassigning the requisition to the appropriate HR person that will own the requisition. So we will choose Stephanie. Here you enter the name of your HR assistant, and here you enter the name of HR division partner. For this part, you can add frequent collaborators. So you add names of who need to view this information about this requisition and candidate who applied. You can either click this button and add frequent collaborators, or you can modify and choose who you want to be able to see this requisition. I will also add Stephanie. Oops. In the last section, at the recruitment plan, you have two boxes. One of them is no to recruiter, and another one is the desired date of posting that you can fill. And we are done. You are ready to save your requisition, but before you do so, please check all the field that has this little red asterisk next to it, because those fields are required in order for requisition to be saved. It looks we did perfectly, so it's ready to be saved. And now you can see the title of your requisition and the number of the requisition. Well, I hope from now on you will feel confident when it comes to requisition opening. But if you're left with further questions, please feel free to contact me at alorincz@lbl.gov. Thank you.